Good afternoon. George Cavaligos for HFT Bonds. Well, we've been waiting for this move for 3 days, and it happens all at once. 10 years actually made a higher high last night by a half a tick, up to 15 plus. Took out yesterday's lows, and actually I think they've taken out the lows for the week today. You know, it took us, what, 5 days to, or no, more than that, 8 or 9 days to rally from 130, 104 to 132.15, and we're almost all the way back down. You know, we gave more than half of it back in one day, and we're close to the 618 retracement, which is the key support level that we want to see tested here, that 131.20 plus level in the 10-year, and 144.22. Those are the 618 retracements of the whole rally that we saw over the last 2 weeks. If this is a B wave, like I'm kind of leaning towards that idea, we should hold there. If it doesn't, then we're going deeper. Then we're probably looking at a retest of the lows. Still could be a B wave, and B waves can actually make minor new lows in an irregular fashion, they call it, and come back. But more often than not, B waves will stop around the 618 retracement. Wave 2s will also stop around the wave or the 618 retracements many times. So it's a key support level. And obviously the market broke. Painful to jump on it today and put some shorts on after, you know, you got in this morning and we'd already broken the 10-year half a point, and the bonds had already broke a point from, what, midnight last night to 3 a.m. this morning. Most of the move occurred. It's those London hedge funds. Those guys are still too long. So the game plan is to sell a rally. Hopefully our friends in Asia will, you know, cooperate and not, you know, pound this thing right out of the gate. I don't think they will. We'll see a little bit of a rally in the Asian early hours, and then hopefully the, you know, market will give us the opportunity to put some, you know, shorts back on. I'd love to see that 132 even, 132.02 area on the 10-year. 145.13. 13.15 on the bonds, and try to put some shorts back on. Tomorrow's Friday. All we have is the Michigan data and a small bond buyback. So I'm thinking the game plan will be something like put a short on tonight, or if you're so inclined, wait for a bounce into the buyback again. We had a small bounce today into the buyback. It wasn't big, but it was enough to give you an opportunity to put a couple shorts on. And I think we'll see the same thing tomorrow. You know, it's not a huge buyback tomorrow, but it's a bond buyback. And, you know, when they're buying bonds, it tends to, you know, give it a little bit of a goose to the upside. So that's the game plan. Try to sell rallies, cover them against that 618 retracement, and watch and see what happens around there. Posted a lot of stuff in the chat today. Sunday's a minor Bradley turn date. There's some other cycles popping up, I've heard from other people that watch different types of cycles coming up over the next, well, tomorrow through Tuesday is what I'm hearing from different people. So that's the game plan, my friends. And with the heavy volumes today, 1.2 million 10-years, that's pretty big. That's the biggest volume we've seen since the low 2 Fridays ago. Fridays, obviously important days lately. We've had big moves both in the last 2 Fridays, so I'm expecting, you know, the market to be weak early in the session tomorrow, bounce, and then be weak again. So let's see if that game plan holds. I just posted in the chat too the make or break levels. If you are short, the levels that you don't want to see on the upside are still pretty far up there, unfortunately. You know, you're talking about the old lows of the first drop here, so it's around 132.07 plus on the 10-year, and 145.29-ish on the bonds. You'd probably put your stops just above those levels. It's a tough trade if you're short, but that's what we got to look for. So that's the game plan, guys. Decent day. Hopefully you caught some of the move down. I've been harping about this now for 3 days. So keep an eye on those currency markets. That's what started this thing last night. Big move in the yen. A lot of talk early this morning about massive QE and stimulus programs in Japan. So, okay, that's it. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.